It is not surprising, or it will not come as a shock to anyone, that wealthy individuals appreciate a particular set of preferences the rest of us don't. They are more beneficial, more fulfilled with their lives, and most importantly, have a silly sum of cash, which is its own remuneration, truly. Or at least that's what we ordinary people would like to believe. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Front Seat Finance. In today's video, we will talk about some of the surprising disadvantages of being rich. The points of interest of being wealthy have been examined by logicians and beginner money-related bloggers alike. But for the excellent reason, having a parcel of cash truly is lovely and excellent. What they don't tell you, even though, is that there are several covered up downsides to it, as well, most of which stay to a great extent undiscussed due to the implied social disgrace around cash. These are the following things that can occur to a wealthy individual and are unbelievable for most of us. Being wealthy can lead to anxiety and depression. Being rich has been linked to higher levels of various mental disorders like anxiety, and in many studies in the past, along with a few other problems you wouldn't expect. Studies found that young people who reside in affluent suburbs are much more likely to display indicators of maladjustment like higher levels of anxiety and depression and substance abuse than kids living in isolated areas. Making more cash makes you tolerably happier. We accept that most of our issues might be fathomed by having more cash, but as we prove step by step with all this list, that's not indeed near to being true. Being healthy is related to several brief and long-term issues, and the trade-off is barely worth it too. Making more cash doesn't increment your general joy past a point unless you hit it really big. Investigators demonstrate it as well. Whereas it's genuine that making more cash comes with a better level of joy, it only applies till you hit a certain number. Past that, more cash scarcely has an impact on your bliss level, meaning that somebody with a net worth of $20 million is likely to be as nearly as cheerful as somebody with $100 million. Indeed, in case gaining that $100 million still takes a colossal sum of effort, you suddenly hesitate to take higher risks in life. It's a commonly held idea that the wealthier you are, the more hazards you take on than others, simply because you have more cash to chance. Whereas that line of thinking sounds accurate, as wealthy individuals do have much more use to, say, contribute to an unsafe startup, while science says it's not, or at least not when a part of cash is involved. Studies show that wealthy individuals require more dangers, which applies when the entirety is moderately little. When it comes to more considerable sums relative to their immense riches, they are the most secure spenders we know of. Stress. Looking at how awful the work showcase is right presently for nearly everybody, it's reasonable to accept that the top push portion of the workforce would be the more youthful and poorer ones. Millennials and other more youthful eras are famously seen as beneath higher levels of a push than any past era as well. From rising understudy obligations to extreme property rents in most urban ranges around the world, things don't seem as well for anybody who isn't ancient and well-to-do. As it turns out, even though that discernment couldn't be encouraged from the truth, a couple of ponders demonstrate that older and wealthier laborers really report much higher levels of work-related stress than their more youthful partners. Whereas it will be cruel that more cash comes with more stress, it may be cruel that more youthful, less experienced experts are more tolerant towards common work issues. Wealth guilt. As the world gets prepared to encounter another financial lull, the contrasts between the haves and have-nots have gotten to be indeed starker. No matter where you see it, there is growing and rapidly spreading wave of discontentment against rising imbalance and the excess of control and cash, something that happens to come into the center within the aftermath of some of the budgetary crashes. One of the social impacts of that wave of distress may be a developing sense of wealth guilt among the affluent, which is precisely how it sounds. The rich, even those doing it proper way and disapproving their claim business, are progressively taking measures not to come over as wealthy, which is in coordinate differentiation to the confident parade. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Do you know any more disadvantages of being rich? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.